Hey folks, it's me, it's the mysterious JG. Welcome to what should be the final video of Let's Play Brood War. If it takes me many tries to beat this mission, I'll probably end up editing stuff out. Hopefully I can beat it on the first try. But this is the last mission. The only thing I could do after I knock this one out is I could go back and play through the UED's attack on Augustgrad again, and this time fight against battle cruisers instead of ghosts with nukes. I'm not going to bother to do that, folks, because I've already beaten to Slay the Beast, arguably the toughest mission in Starcraft. This one, which is supposed to be the toughest mission in Starcraft, and is the reason that the word arguably is used. If I could beat this mission, I've basically proven I can do everything there is to be done in the campaign mode of Starcraft. There is I found at one point, I don't even know if I have it installed, like fan created, or maybe not, maybe it was semi-official, but there is a campaign where somebody put together and actually put in briefings before each mission and used portraits from the game and came up with named characters and a plot line and branching paths and all this stuff. Something where you start out working for Minsk and the Dominion and you're going off against some kind of slaver guy. Yeah, that's... I don't really think I'm going to do that. I think this is it. For me, this would be like the ultimate StarCraft, original StarCraft challenge. Usually when I'm playing with other people, I'll be playing cooperatively against the computer. It's more about hanging out with friends than having any particularly huge challenge. I don't go on the interwebs and be like, "Hey, Koreans, why you motherfuckers? Kim's a girl's name, not a family name. What you gonna do?" I'm not that guy. I'm not out there picking StarCraft fights on the interwebs. For me, the toughest challenge that I usually like to get into are the toughest campaign missions. So let's do the very toughest and very final campaign mission. Time to put up or shut up. It's time for me to recording live for all the world to see my victory or failure. It's time for me to take a crack at a campaign mission I haven't tried in years, and a campaign mission I have never beaten. Zerg Brood War Mission 10, Omega. Omega, infested platform over the planet Char, Kerrigan's base of operations.
Cerebrit,
hey.
Our scouts have just identified 3 separate fleets approaching this platform.
That's not good.
With Duran having disappeared, and the bulk of my brood still on the surface of Char. You'll need to hold off the invaders by yourself.
Get them up here!
You sound worried, Kerrigan. Have I caught you at a bad time?
Oh no, not this
Not at
jerk.
all, Arcturus.
I'm thrilled you're attacking me when I'm unprepared.
Been raiding the salvage dumps again?
I called in a few favors, made a few concessions. You'd be surprised to see how many special interest groups in this sector want to see you dead.
Minorities, the handicapped.
I'm sorry to have to disappoint your new friends, Arcturus. But you really shouldn't have attempted this stunt. It'll take more than your 3 little fleets to bring me down.
3 fleets?
What the fuck?
Don't play dumb, Arcturus. I've already spotted the other 2 fleets.
Kerrigan, this is Artanis.
Uh-oh.
My brethren and I have come to avenge the deaths of Phoenix, the Matriarch, and all of the other Protoss who fell before the Swarm.
What about Duke? I thought you guys were friends.
It's time you paid for your crimes against our people.
When it rains, it pours.
The Protoss, too. Care to take a guess as to who the third
I like that
fleet
Minx
is?
just calls her for a chat before the
No need to
climactic
guess.
battle.
It's Dugal and the remainder of the UED fleet.
And then they play Dugal's theme music, and his logo comes up on the Titantron.
Dugal, I am giving you one last chance to surrender your forces and submit to the sovereign authority of the United Earth Directorate.
Seriously, dude?
Gee, that's a tough one, Admiral. You'll have to let me think for a minute. You know, Admiral, I think I'll just massacre your remaining troops now and watch you die in agony. How would that be?
I think she knows he doesn't like that idea. I think she's being facetious here. Suddenly,
I don't think so, Admiral.
the call to
You see,
prayer
at this
appears,
point,
and Muhammad
I'm
Hassan
pretty much
interrupts them to
going
cut his
into
own
yours.
promo.
And not all of your little
Oh, I missed the Queen
soldiers
Bitch of
or
the Universe line. I'm
spaceships
sorry.
will stand in my way
Too busy talking
again.
about defunct
So
WWE wrestlers.
be it.
Queen Bitch of the Universe is a pretty lame line. I don't know if it's famous. I slowly make them disappear so that we're left just with Kerrigan. Okay, so anyway, never beaten this mission, and it's freaking hard. So, yeah. Trying to sell how hard this is so I'll look awesome when I beat it, or am I trying to give myself an excuse when I get my ass kicked? You be the judge. What happened to my sound? Sorry, my sound got all goofy on me, so I just want to check something real quick. Yeah. Really have been kind of dreading this particular LP or this particular video. I've been dreading this one for a long time, to be honest with you folks. Nothing for it but to just launch myself into it and expect to have absolutely no peace or relief. There will really be no point during this video where I will get a chance to rest. A couple entrances to be guarded. Memory serves. Mensk and his crew on the southwest. De Gaulle is in the northeast. Protoss are in the southwest. I freely admit that I actually looked up some online strategies for this one before getting started. Most of them involve, well, one of them involved taking out Mensk first, one of them involved taking out De Gaulle first. Nobody advocates messing with the Protoss until you've defeated at least one of the force. Mensk is heavily defended against ground. His base is full of siege tanks and spider babies, aka Spider-Mans. And yeah, I don't even have any tech, but no, I have tech buildings. To get Hydralisk range going, and I need to have a huge freaking force of Hydras because I'm going to start getting attacked a lot by both land units and air units. Mensk is going to attack us with nukes, which means that defending against him is kind of an all-or-nothing proposition. If you're not on top of your game and prepared at all times, he will do a lot of damage. I liked one of the strategies I saw that involved taking out the UED first, but I think the smart move is going to be to actually take out Mensk first. I was starting to say Mensk is vaguely vulnerable to air because of the way his defenses and forces are laid out. De Gaulle is really strong against air, and I'm under attack. Protoss are coming. So I need to be prepared to fight off everybody ever a lot. You can see our first expansion that we're able to take. I guess I'll work on that first. You guys aren't working. You're just... Sorry. Maybe I can take out Mensk really early before I've even got an expansion going. This is Mensk, guys. I thought they'd come from the other direction, honestly. Now the UED is coming. Yeah, it didn't take the UED long to... Yeah, I was going to say something about how, according to the most of the strategies I read, you shouldn't have to worry too much about coordinated attacks. But I thought I remembered them doing coordinated attacks, and sure enough, those guys attacked pretty much right at the same time. I want to get my air stuff up and running fast, because I'm going to try and launch a big air attack against Minsk sooner rather than later. But honestly, maybe I need to just fess up to the fact that I'm going to need that expansion pretty early.
Require more minerals.
I got a new evolution. Pretty awesome. So yeah, this turtling in one place can be deadly, but we really need to have a pretty damn powerful force ready to go before we can challenge any of our opponents here. We need to be working on, actually, we got most of the biggies. We'll just suck this place dry in record time and be in really bad shape when it all falls, when we sucked out all the resources before we got a new base going. Don't have as many as it looks like, because some of these guys are in both groups. But, because I never bothered to research Burrow, it feels like a waste of resources to research, since I'm not planning to use it very much right now, but it can have its uses. As a matter of fact, a really good way to defend against siege tanks is to have the Zergling burrowed outside of the entrance to your base, so that when siege tanks pop up, the Zergling can just kind of unburrow and kill them. If you have lurkers, the computer, the Terrans, will scan for them. If you do stuff other than lurkers, usually they won't bother. They'll just keep running into the same trap over and over and over. So they haven't attacked for a while. That's making me nervous. Well, regardless of what strategy I go with, I'm going to need some mutalisks around whose function may be primarily to go attack any place. There'll be a rapid response force. If I get attacked someplace, wasn't expecting it. And I'm going to need to establish a base just to get more Vespine going. Otherwise, I'll be just using nothing but Zergling for defense. And Zergling aren't bad as long as I'm only attacked in the ground. But I'm not only going to be attacked on the ground, so... Is there a way to get to these resources that are sitting here waiting patiently? We will be attacked here if we try to go over there, take that, we'll get attacked. Gas just isn't coming in fast enough to slate my thirst for it. And I'm worried, of course, about nukes from Minsk. Don't know how quickly I expect to be able to do this. Air units just cost so much gas to keep a force of them going. And although I talked a lot in the early videos about how great the Zerg air is, I've really come to realize that the Hydras are the backbone. I'll get more Zergling going just because they don't slow down my ability to produce Air Force, even though I'm not getting any of the upgrades for them. They're being attacked. Ah, who is it?
Evolution complete.
Oh, they're dropping stuff off where my bases are supposed to go.
Evolution complete.
And that will be my air upgrades. And if I get a new set of upgrades going, it will interfere with my ability to get more air forces going. So for right now, I'm going to get more air forces going rather than more air upgrades.
Our forces are under attack. Forces are under attack.
One of you guys can turn into a greater spire, though. I'm going to need guardians, and probably to save resources, I won't go with guardians devourers against Minsk. I'll go with guardians and mutalisks. And since gas is being the problems and not minerals, I'm going to put in more sunken colonies at all my base entrances. And just dread that the UED will eventually come with overwhelming air power. And just really hope that I don't get my ass wiped out by siege tanks either. No, I mean, the problem with this mission is that you start out with a decent-sized base, but you're going against 3 already built-up bases, which means it's going to take you a long time to overcome. And you're playing as the species who, really, in order to thrive, needs to badly outnumber their opponents. Zerg have the weakest unit mix in the game. They really rely on numbers. And you are just a siege tank who's all alone. Sad little siege tank. Not even worth bringing anyone over. Makes me wonder what's going on here. Okay, let's try to grab this base. try to use these guys to defend and hope that doesn't turn out to be a very bad idea. Because the UED in particular can do a number on your flyers. They have Valkyries and Battlecruisers. Battlecruisers are a big problem for your base. Valkyries are more of a problem for your flyers, but they're a pretty serious problem for your flyers. Not to be underestimated. Now this place, in particular, and well, set up a lot of Hydras here. It should be fine. I'll get mass Hydras down here once I've got Nidus Canals. Come on, guess. I don't think they're going to throw anything at me. They can take out 12 muties with ease, but well, research over here is stymied because I just don't have the gas to keep all this research going at once. I hate feeling like I'm losing time when research should be happening, though, especially because these upgrades take a long time, and I'll definitely need everything by the end. Hydras alone are not going to be enough to take out the Protoss. I'm going to need a mix, which will include flyers. I'm pretty sure I'm going to research everything before this one's over. I know, maybe that's part of my problem. If I had more focus in what I researched, I'd do better, but I don't think there's any one mix of stuff that will allow me to win this mission. I mean, not one mix of stuff. I don't think there's any 1 or 2 unit types. I'm going to need ranged and melee. I'll probably need ultras to go in and take hits from Reavers so that the Hydras can come in and do the damage behind them when it's time to take out the Protoss, for example. Okay, keep going here. What evolution? Oh, burrow. Well, that will allow me to start organizing forces here in a minute. Okay, we're going to be able to get reinforcements down here. Gee, sweet. To that end, let's get some speed upgrades going. Oh, I lost Zergling somewhere. Wow, I really do have fewer of those guys than I thought I did. Well, I was saving up for... No. Be disciplined about this plan. Save up for flyers. 12 plus Hydras in a base should be enough to hold it against most attacks. Certainly I can pull back anybody who's attacking mechs to help if the base looks like it's going to be overrun. Okay, that went fairly well. Considering the size of what was thrown at us, that went pretty well. Don't think I lost anybody up here.
Evolution complete. Evolution.
fudge. Didn't take long, did it? Killed a lot of workers there.
We require more Vespene gas.
You will not be harvesting Vespene. Thanks for the thought, though. So I lost... Oh, I lost 2 of them. I thought I only lost 1. Crud. Now what? More guys just kind of hanging out. Just hanging out. Hanging out. Hanging out with family. Having ourselves a party. Now who is attacking? Frickin' these guys. I hate these guys. I hate them a lot. This is just real basic defense to slow things down enough for a response team to actually get there before the workers have been wiped out. Would never really think I could hold a base with this. However, this is going to feel pretty good. I'll have fully upgraded flyers soon. This helps the most units, so it's probably the wisest course. And then this, and now I can't afford to build any more freaking units except Zerglings, so good job, JG. I guess I can get going with, how long is this gonna last? This will last me a little while. The gas is coming in at a much better rate now that I got 2 extractors that are being worked by a full complement of guys. Guardian aspect is 100 each, so that will be expensive. Devourers are the ones who don't cost as much that, but they do cost a lot of minerals. People can tell me whether I should be patrolling, but I kind of got other things to worry about than setting up patrol routes. I could really come to regret this if Minsk starts nuking me, but eventually I'm hoping Minsk will be the first force I actually take out. Just have enough Zergling to kill any ground units. And then I'm going to try to get 12 Guardians and 24 Muties to back them up, and then I'm going to go find Minsk. It's a bit of a cheat, but, you know, had I played through this and lost several times over to get this knowledge, it would still be the same knowledge I'd come up with, which is that you don't want to mess with De Gaulle using air, you don't want to mess with Minsk using ground. Almost got enough for the Guardian aspect. Then I'll have to get working on another group of beauties to back them up. I could save and try and do it just with these guys. The faster I wipe out Minsk, the better, because I want to take over his positions, or his starting base and its resources, and start collecting them before he's mined the place dry. And obviously, the sooner I get him off my back, then that'll just be one less group of attackers to worry about. I really don't want to jinx it, but they haven't been as aggressive as I remember them being. I might be at that part of the game where you really start getting confident and then it all comes apart on you, but... Beautiful. I could really go for... Zergling are cheap, what can I say? Since I got so many of them, maybe I'll work on them for a while. But here we go, folks. I got the best possible flyers. Now, if I can get 1,200 gas, so I can really... These will be good for, you know, Marines and siege tanks and stuff attacking my base.
Our forces are under attack.
No, we don't want you guys, actually. Yeah, he likes to send big old groups of wraiths, from what I hear. I can handle wraiths. I do not want a bunch of corsairs finding and killing these guys! That's why I thought I'd pull them away from all that, but I guess I didn't. Especially when they're all clustered like that. Yeah, I don't have my guys hotkeyed the way I normally would. It's confusing me. 4 and 5 is my air right now. I'm getting close to having enough for another group of 12 Mutalisks, though. Oh, don't get overconfident, JG, but so far, so good. Assuming that I don't throw these guys away in an attack against Manx that fails. Yeah, that was actually bad.
Our forces are under attack.
Not you guys. Stop doing that, JG. Guys are now group 1 because I just lost a whole lot of Zergling. Although I still got more Zergling left. Oh, I should have built my Air Force by now. Go Gadget Air Force. I have 600 left. Could turn all these guys into Devourers. And I think I will. So now I'll have Guardians with Devourers and some regular Muties backing them up. Muties can support against land or air. Devourers are just only there really for anti-air. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I can still cancel, I suppose. Setting down my drink as soon as I do. Big scary sound I couldn't immediately identify, but it turns out that it's my guys. Okay, saving the game. Maybe this is cheating, but I kind of want to save the game. Okay. Let's get some of these observers to follow along. Not all of them. Let's get the Devourers and the Muties to follow. And let's go try to find things.
Complete.
Manx guys have come from all directions, but I think they're vaguely over here. Did I ever build an exit for this thing? No. What the hell am I doing? I said they were, what, southwest? That's what I thought they were. To kill them before you radiate somebody. I think I might need more. Whoa! What? Yeah, I'm gonna need more air backup. Don't let them just hang there. Help them out. Because these guys get ahead of things and then they get wiped out. The Guardians can kill Marines very well. Considering how little air resistance I met, maybe I shouldn't have evolved those Devourers. But this is going pretty well. It should mean we don't have to worry about nukes.
Our forces are under attack.
Now, you guys make sure to yell at me if we lose track of, or we get ahead of ourselves, or we just kind of ignore attacks that are coming against other bases. I mean, my main base is back here. We don't want to, like, lose track of them. I didn't see a lot of spider mines. Maybe they did get them all set up yet. Uh-oh.
Our forces are under
Saw
attack.
some white units bouncing around over here. What am I doing? These guys can deal with that.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Protoss are coming down here. Okay. Get over there and help. You guys get through here. What are they attacking with? Land or air? They got both. See? You can't just kind of concentrate on what you're doing at any one time. You gotta be ready to jump out here and kill everyone ever. Meantime, I've lost track of what's going on here. My guys are getting killed. I don't have queens yet, so
Our forces are under attack.
that's Corsairs. Now the Protoss are trying to back up the Terrans or the Minsk. The Minsk. Alright, I'm turning all those regular Mutalisks into flyers now. Let's get going, or reorganize my defenses here. I realize you're under attack. I understand that. I appreciate that's not much fun for you. Let's hope these guys don't get wiped out. Excellent, they did not get wiped out. Make your way up there and do some damage! Fuck them up! We're not even being attacked anymore. Sure, we're being attacked somewhere. Whew. This one was never going to be easy, folks. It was never going to be easy. But I think we've got Minsk. I think Minsk is done. Made us work for it, for sure. You guys not helping with this? Oh, that's right. You're actually part of a whole different group. I could still get a queen going. I must have a... No, I don't have the queen technology buildings at all. Because I started with a hive, that's why I didn't have to build one to get all the stuff going. So let's get a queen building going, just so that I can build queens.
Our forces are under attack.
The problem is, unless I micromanage them, these guys either race ahead and get themselves killed by missile turrets, or they don't do anything, and my guardians get picked off by, you know, whatever. possible this thing will live until I can get a queen? Unlikely. I'll have to, if I want an infested Terran Command Center, I'll have to get it from the UED. So, you know what, I'm committing to that idea. We're going to get it from the UED, and we're going to stop them from building a bunch of workers who will interfere with our plans later. Pretty extensive base they've got. Oh, there's another one over here, though. So maybe we can still pull this off. So those nukes that they were going to get going. Alright, let's see if we can grab one of his thingies and take it over for our own evil purposes. Oh, this is what we need to do. Get rid of those two. You pound away with that. When I hear the sound of that queen, I'll send her over. It'll be awesome. Head on over. Moving on over. Rocking on over. Oh, big dog, little dog, the mean old dog is moving in. Something, something from my back door. A Max is not alive no more. Oh, crap. Well, whatever.
Congratulations, Kerrigan.
Yes!
You've beaten me again. Just remember that I'll be out there, waiting for you to slip up. Because sooner or later, you'll make a mistake.
Sooner or later,
And when
love
you
is
do,
going to find you. We have done it, folks. We've taken out one of the forces. I've never actually had it go this well before. Maybe I just sucked at this game the last time I played it, but okay, don't press my luck. I didn't think the UED was that close. This means, among other things, that I need to get a base set up over there to start taking advantage of these resources. And there's actually more than one place where I can take over their resources, so I need to do that. Excellent, excellent. Now, I already told you we have to go ground to deal with the UED. So, let's go ground and deal with the UED. We haven't even finished mopping up or cleaning out our first resource patch. Here's okay, these... I was worried there were going to be a lot of spider mines, but now the spider mines for a force that's been defeated and has technically surrendered should be visible on the map, so... Like, as long as they won't be cloaked, we won't see them if the fog of war obscures them, but we shouldn't need detectors to find them either. You are going to form Knight's Canal to give us a way over there. You are going to... You guys are just douchebags.
Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
This is not really an attack worth worrying about yet. In the fullness of time, we'll need to do something about that. stay for right now. Might not be bad to have these guys here just to Vespene guys are depleted. At least I took... What? They got Dark Archons taking over my observers? That seems... Overlords? That seems silly. Alright, well, if you want to use... I mean, it wasn't transporting anything, so... That seems like a good use of resources to you. Now, once again, their arbiters are trolling me. Time-honored tradition. Crap.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, they're very burrowed.
The Hive Cluster is under attack.
Bunch of you guys are still... Crap. Damn it. You guys are assholes. And I don't like you. Well, I've gotten slack on building new stuff. I guess the attack... No, the attack hasn't finished. I'm just... I'm gonna take losses here, folks. I'm going to take losses. Depleted, but it's still... You're getting 2 minerals a pop for working it, so you might as well. Or 2 gas, or 1 gas, whatever it is. Get this base going, damn it. There's just too much stuff going on at once for me to keep track of it all. And every time they come in and kill your economy by killing all your workers, you really do need to come out and replace them, but it's hard to remember, especially when it happens a lot of times. Now I got suicide guys. Alright. I'm going to need an ungodly number of troops to finish this thing. You realize this, don't you? Slowly but surely collecting all of the tech. What was this? This was probably a spore colony over here. get our other tech buildings going. I think Ultralisks may be in order before this thing's over. The other nice thing is that although I don't have tech buildings at every single place, I've now got enough bases going that I don't think there's any one of them that I couldn't lose and then try to rebuild. And I could build redundant tech buildings if I wanted to. Six, 7, 8. I got a queen. Yeah, so Manx started out with 2 resource patches, and I killed him fast enough that I'm going to get to reap the benefits of most of it. Very good. Computer, of course, doesn't work the resource patches as fast as they should, but they will still mine them out. Yeah, fuck you, Valkyrie. You are obviously not alone, though. You are probably got us a little bit ahead of another group. There was some white unit flying around over here. That doesn't make me happy. Valkyrie is back to its old tricks up here.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Where are our forces under attack? Are they down here? Yeah, they're down here harassing overlords. That's sad. Can you even get in there to replace that? No. It was irreplaceable. Okay. You get back to work. I need to get down here and check on what this blue thing that was poking around over here. Are they just gonna mind control it once it comes over here? Fuck.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, there you go. That was a fairly rapid response. And that was an expensive group they threw at us. That was a lot of Dark Templar. Now we got this. Uh-oh. You lining up for more shenanigans down here? You crazy Protoss. Don't really know what the best route into their base is. What are you, a Zergling? Yeah. Guess I had some Zergling that got burrowed and kind of forgotten about. Why don't I build one of you guys for fun? No, what are you doing? Get out. Kill him. Yeah, that was my hope. He was trying to get in. He was trying to get in real close. They do something all slick. Like electrify my workers.
Prepare to die.
I will guide him manually in just a moment, but... they're not being as aggressive as I remember. I didn't change any of the faults, game speed or anything like that. There is no difficulty that I'm allowed to change.
Evolution complete.
So we'll have this one pop out over here, I guess. As long as all my tech buildings are over here, I'll have all my tech buildings be over here. So let's get the defiler mount going. And, we'll also work on... No, that's it. Spawn Broodling might be somewhat useful against the Protoss. I worked through all that gas with this fun time happy order of troops. So I'll have 36 Hydras and 12 Ultras to go against the force that I've heard is weak against ground and strong against air. So that's good. And by the time you've taken out 2 forces and are left with nothing except, this guy will probably die. Well, he'll certainly die. Oh, that's interesting. They couldn't kill him. I didn't think these guys used spider mines. But, apparently they do a little bit.
Immediately.
Evolution complete.
Gladly. Yes.
Just hang out until you get your health back. And then we can send you against a stationary target. You're just hanging out, huh? Wow.
Evolution complete.
That's not good. Oh, and we lost, I had a 200 pop limit, and somehow we're down to 199. So at some point we must have lost an Overlord. So I saw that there was some kind of missile turrets up here. I thought I saw that. I took one of them out with Guardians. So I'm wondering, is this a main base, or do they have like a secondary base that's just guarding resources we might want? Or I'd like to find them before I commit a huge force.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, looks like they found my, they found my guy. Or maybe this whole northern area of the map is them. That could be. Well, hold on, if I wait a little bit longer, instead of building another set of Hydras, I can build another set of Ultralisks. That would be pretty sweet. Oh, no, wait. I need 24, not 12. Forget it. Don't have that much patience. This will be group... This is group 1. I got 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need a 2 and a 3. And then the 4 and 5 are reserved for air. And 0 is my queen. Might want more than one queen, actually. Oh, I hit my pop limit, so... Alright, group 2. Fudge. And they're killing my workers, that's fine. I ran off once they had reason to believe we had it covered, they retreated.
The Hive Cluster is under attack.
Okay. This is it. Let's try something anyway. This will certainly... I mean, when I hit my underlings limit, there's a population limit that you can't go over.
Our forces are under attack.
There's invisible stuff I'm not seeing. That's fine. Oh, this would even appear to be just them defending resources. Cloak weights are going to be a problem, though. I already know I'm going to lose overlords and all of this nonsense, so let's spawn more overlords to replace the ones that are going to die. Let's start working on new forces because they're dropping like flies while I'm not able to micromanage them. I believe a force like this probably has a... Yeah, you're dead. Now because I lost that overlord, I'm over my pop limit, but I've got more overlords. Yeah, they just spawned. Biggest problem now is going to be when the Protoss start attacking me while those guys are all gone. And, of course, the fact that I'm taking massive losses, that's also going to be a problem.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, they just killed that guy fast. Bring 4 and 5 my Air Force back to my main base. A, to be ready for an attack on the Protoss, and B, just to help defend against the Protoss when the Protoss start Getting froggy. You guys don't really have a call sign right now. Group 2's almost dead. They can be lost to the winds. And I'll keep 12 guys here who are not hotkeyed in any particular way because I've run out of numbers. And who didn't spawn more hydralisks either? So far, so good, folks. I think I've officially hit the point where I have won. The big pressure is to not get blown out at the beginning. I think we've gotten past that stage. Because we are massively outnumbered at the beginning, but if you can build up a force, take out your enemies with some kind of speed.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Are we under attack? Is there some kind of combat going on here that I should be aware of? Sounds like there's a ghost or somebody shooting at us. Yeah, they have a fuck ton of missile turrets, don't they?
Forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
This Hydra party.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, do not abandon this. Get over here and participate in this. You guys can lead them along. I wanna...
Our forces are under attack.
Now they've got wraiths. I didn't think they built wraiths at all. Must be getting desperate. Maybe it's time to get them involved too. I know that they're supposed to be strong against air, but we put a real hurting on them.
Our forces are under attack.
Nobody can kill a base like mass guardians.
Our forces are under attack.
They killed... Oh no, they've killed so many of my dudes up here. I think the real truth is that the wraiths and stuff have finished off my... I want you to attack in this general direction, not just ignore anyone who attacks you.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Now under attack.
Our forces are under attack.
Don't just sit here and get killed by Dark Templar dudes. You keep heading over this way, he'll come into the range of the Spore Colony, and you can kill him like he deserves. He so richly deserves.
Our forces are under attack.
Where is all this happening?
Our forces are under
Arrogant.
attack.
I am prepared to offer terms of surrender. It is my wish that you allow my men to live.
You're
Yeah,
not
she's
in a
all about
position to
that.
offer me anything, Admiral. And I don't take prisoners. I'll tell you what. Turn your remaining ships around and start heading back towards the Earth. I'll even let you have a head start before I send the swarms after you. It'll be interesting sport to see how far you get before you die.
Yeah. You're a real fun lady, Kerrigan. Okay, so those massive groups of Hydras that I sent, they're all dead. All dead. Resources are coming in at quite a pace now. So maybe I want to get more than one group of 4 places where I can produce 12 units at a time. This is really my last chance to just go completely overboard and insane with the Zerg, so I need to take it. But you've seen, with even me going completely insane and overboard, it's not like I have a ton of forces left over after each successful attack here. So let's get all of our... Let's try to gather our guys, sort of, kind of, maybe. Reorganize these groups. Do I have troops left here? Just you. I'm still near that pop limit, so... I'm not going to bother to take over the UED bases. I mean, only if the Protoss really just don't want to go down, just don't want to die. So where the hell is all this population at, if that's all I've got here? Well, you guys didn't come down here and join with the rest of us. There's a Valkyrie that's just kind of staring at her own cockpit going, Vi! Vi! Okay, so... Let's go... Not really using spellcasters or anything fancy, it's just overwhelming force. Speaking of spellcasters, a handful of things left to research here. Gotta have one of everybody, right? Might not be a bad idea to have sent a lot of those anti-air guys over there. Guardians, and more Guardians. Have more Guardians than they can possibly kill. That's my plan.
Evolution complete.
Launch a land attack and then suddenly throw in more Guardians than they can possibly kill. This would sure be a great place for the Protoss to cast a Sonic Storm. Great for them, not so much for me. Oh, I've never won this mission before, folks. It's pretty much happening now. There's no way. They can completely break this attack, and I'm still going to win. I'll just have to rebuild. I can keep throwing max population armies at them until they're broken. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do.
Complete.
Underling limit exceeded. So even though I never used them, they're hanging out down here. Yeah, hanging out. Hanging out. Hanging out with family. $36 Guardians, 10 Devourers, and a couple of Trolalas. I don't really know what the best way to get to, well, just so that we're all on the same page here. Let's get my Air Force to attack from the same direction my ground forces will attack from. Let's see, does this lead directly into their base somehow? I mean, I know they're down here somewhere.
The hive cluster is under attack.
This is actually rather convenient. This will means they're throwing away some of their forces right before I come into attack. And although they will kill at least one Hydralisk, they up to that point they really don't know. So here we go. They mind-controlled one of these guys. Those jerks.
All forces are on attack. Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, enjoy this while you can, you assholes. You have no mouths, so you must scream in pain!
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, looks like they're gonna wipe out my Air Force.
Our forces are under attack.
shit, look at all these. Look at all this crap. Yeah, I guess that's the plan, man. Just have more Guardians than they can shoot down with any kind of speed. They're certainly trying. Yeah. And they're definitely having some success.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, I'm gonna basically assume my Air Force is dead. I'm gonna just send in legions of Hydras. Man, that population limit went down. Because they just killed so many Guardians, which cost so much money. But not before the Guardians took out all of those things, they were using to build carriers and Corsairs and all their other air power.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under
A
attack.
lot of casualties, folks.
Our forces are under attack.
Combined arms might be the way to go here, but I'm just going to try mass Hydras first. There's got to be something else these guys can do. They're supposed to... We win when we destroy all unit-producing structures. So there must be something else that produces units that's still alive. Oh, I never got a chance to get you guys going.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm losing a lot of guys to Dark Templar because they can't be seen. They got Imbizo power. That certainly put a hurting on them, though, right? So I'll be working now on groups 5 and 6 of 12. I certainly hope the ending is worth all this. I think 7 and 8 should really be flyers. Well, I've got 6 groups of Hydras. I could do Ultras. I could do all Guardians from here on out. I could just stick with the regular Mutalisks. Throw in some Devourers. Problem is, yeah, I was really getting my butt handed to me by their air. Their air chewed up my Guardians. So I only had about 10 Devourers backing up 36 Guardians. Now, the Guardians did a hell of a lot of damage before they went down, I am sure. Like I said, I can keep throwing, you know, sets of 200 at them until they got nothing left.
Our forces are under attack.
You kind of sit down here by yourself. I guess they're attacking. I like to move them while they're still mutalisks, because of course mutalisks move a lot faster. And the gas has run out. Most of these things are depleted, of course. I mean, I could come up here and set up some bases where the UED used to hang out.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, that's it.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Guys really should have taken out the spore colony first. If you're gonna do that shit. Bastards.
Forces are under attack.
You get killed somehow on your way? Looks like you got killed on your way.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Meantime, if I'm short of gas, Zerglings. Yeah, boy. Booty, yeah, boy. I lost my only defiler, which I wasn't using anyway.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
I'm not gonna bother to send you guys through Nidus Canal. Just get all up in their base.
Our forces are under attack.
Obviously, I'm losing guys to Dark Templar and Bezo Power. But this is going to be it for them. This is the end of them. Does Kerrigan have control of the Protoss on Ire, I wonder? Because if she does, yeah, she can wipe out the Protoss if she feels like it. Doesn't seem to care for them very much, does she? Figure when we destroy this robotics facility, it's a unit producing facility. That should be it. That should be At that point, I should have won Brood War. Forever.
Savor this victory, Kerrigan.
I will. I'm not Kerrigan.
For the Protoss will never forget your treachery.
Even though
We
we
shall
never
be
been dumb enough to be
watching
betrayed in the first place. Really. Kind of our bad there, but... Woo! I would say, yeah. To slay the beast is harder. I think I never beat Omega in the past just because the cumulative frustration of Brood War had gotten to me. But I think I'm better now than I was the last time I played. And some of you are like, how could anyone, be worse than you are now? And I'm like, hey, man, fuck you. Yo, Korea, Kim's not a last name. It's a girl's name, motherfuckers. What you gonna do? You gonna make a traditional stew from soaking dog meat or bones and broth? Bring it. You bring it. Proud ancient culture trapped between China and Japan. I got you. No. Anyway. Dennis Rodman be your #1 diplomat to your crazy northern motherfuckers. Southern Koreans are like Gangnam Style or whatever else you guys are doing. You can't touch this. No, sorry. No, I'm retarded, folks. And I admit that. However, I've also defeated Brood War. Yeah. Guys can make your dumbass comments about my sound levels, but don't you step up in here unless you beat Omega, motherfucker. 1 minute, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Just about exactly 90 minutes. Basically a feature-length video minus all my extra bullshitting at the front and the end. Lost 360 units, killed 635. Not bad. Somehow the elite guard of the Terran Dominion lost the most units. Kind of surprised since they were the first ones to die. And exactly the same number of Protoss and UED died. Not literally in terms of units. This is, I believe, the population value. So killing a, carrier would count as killing 8 on this. I think that's how it works. I might be wrong. So obviously I got the best score and didn't get the best score in resources. Holy crap. Well, because of course they started out with a huge amount. I almost managed to actually catch up, and the only ones who ultimately beat me were the Protoss because they were adding to their pile, their crazy huge pile of 30k gas and 40k minerals that they all appeared to start with. They added to it as they went. And I almost caught up with them in both categories. Obviously spent more. Which kind of makes me feel bad because I was so thrilled that I finally won this mission. And my memories of this was that their computer really was throwing at you everything they could. But no, the computer was kind of hampered in the same normal ways. They don't pump out units as fast as they could, considering the huge resource advantage they start with. But still, this mission is tough because you're facing the combined all of, and I didn't think Artanis would get to use Dark Templar stuff, but he was using mind control on my units. He was doing all that shit. He used lots of Dark Templar in attacks. But no, you're facing the combined technology of both the Terran and the Protoss, both species who, compared to the Zerg, are good late-game units. I mean, compared to the Zerg, both of those species, it is to their advantage to play things out. Whereas the Zerg, basically, you're in a position you can't win this one. I don't think you could win this one much faster than I did. I'm sure plenty of people could win it faster than I did. I doubt anybody could win it much faster than I did, in less than half the time faster. I guess there's crazy speed runs that are possible, but this is not a mission that lends itself to a quick win. Because the Zerg, all their multiplayer strategies are about knock out your opponent before they've even got, their first expansion going. And much earlier than that. Zerg Rush, key. But no, you sure as hell can't do that here. You got to build a big fucking force. I had my population limit reached and then knocked back down to below half multiple times against the Protoss. But I won. Motherfuckers. I lost 26 structures, but I took out, a lot more than that. And probably maybe my big frustration before. I think what really caused me to just throw down the mouse in disgust and walk away was that the last time I tried this years ago, I didn't move aggressively enough to take out any one of them before the fact that they have better late game units than I do really came to haunt me. I was like trying to defend and build up and never really getting an attack off. I felt like I was under attack so often I couldn't get anything going, any traction. And the big thing is that if you let Minsk live long enough that he starts nuking you, you need to be on top of stopping those nukes. Yeah, though, guys, seriously, first try. I didn't think I was going to be able to do. I was worried when I started, like, Backwater Station, the Starcraft, the original. I had in the back of my mind, I'm not going to be able to beat Omega when the time comes. What am I going to do? Am I going to use a cheat code and then am I just going to do my best effort and then show them the ending? And no, fucking won, motherfuckers. Best Starcraft player ever. I'm going to go super pro. People are going to start paying mysterious JG tote bags. They're going to go to arenas and watch on a big screen as I play against other people and get slaughtered, but whatever. They're going to pay to watch people play campaign mode, motherfuckers. Live! Not in your home, in a freaking stadium in Seoul. Mysterious JG, best ever. Let's watch the crappy ending. Actually, this is a lot better than the ending for the original StarCraft, but...
Once again, I stand atop the broken bodies of my enemies.
You didn't do shit, I'm the Cerebrit.
Victorious, but not unscarred.
Got acne. Big time.
The
Zerg lifestyle.
Directorate has been destroyed, and the Overmind lies dead and trampled beneath the ashes of Char. As
how
for
you
my
like the
unlikely
Overmind.
allies,
It's your friend.
I think that I shall allow them a reprieve.
Why? Just to be a bitch.
For in time I will seek to test their resolve and their strengths. They will all be mine in the end. For I am the Queen of Blades. None shall ever dispute my rule again.
Yep, big time. My face is on the box, bitches. High five, folks. Woo! Now this is where the ending actually gets pretty kind of good. Oh, we're going to listen to Alexandria's records and try to figure out the secret of smithing mercury in the Frigid River Conservatory here. Didn't watch Help Let's Play Zork Nemesis? Fuck you!
Dearest Helena, by now the news of our defeat has reached the Earth. The creatures we were sent here to tame are untamable, and the colonies we were sent to reclaim have proven to be stronger than we anticipated.
We were defeated because we did not get a major victory 3 turns early and are lethal over strength our units. I'm Mr. Critic.
Alexei did not die gloriously in battle. I killed
I'm
him.
a dumbass.
My pride killed him. And now my pride has consumed me as well. You will never see me again, Helena.
Unless you kept pictures of me around or something.
Tell our children that I love them, and that their father died in defense of their future.
Because our children are in their 40s now.
Over.
He's a member of the URA, the United Directorate Rifle Association, which would be UDRA, so shut up, GG. So, the UED fleet, which still looks pretty substantial, is trying to flee back to Earth. Long way from home, guys. Godspeed. Shortly after Dugall's defeat, the remainder of the UED fleet was overtaken by Kerrigan's forces and eradicated. No UED vessel ever made it back to Earth to report what had transpired. With his ragtag fleet beaten and crippled, Arcturus Minx fled back to Korhal to lick his wounds and planned the reconstruction of his Terran dominion. He was allowed to live, because I guess they decided that would be the starting point for StarCraft 2, which indeed it is. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. You guys want me to help you that? Let me know. It's definitely one that I would have fun with. Artanis and the Protoss survivors returned to Shakuras to begin rebuilding their once glorious civilization. Zeratul and James Raynor went their separate ways. They hadn't seen each other. They'd never spoken this LP except for the very first mission, and have not been heard from since their departure. Unless you, and if you're paying attention, you'll probably realize that Raynor's face, at least the new Raynor, the redesigned Raynor, is the, you know, cover of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Well, he'll be popping up again. Zeratul will also be popping up again. And alone, floating on a dark platform above the burnt-out planet of Char, Sarah Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades, sat and lorded over the ravenous swarms. Unable to shake the feeling that a great threat loomed just over the horizon, Kerrigan could only stare off into the vastness of space where she beheld a great void, or perhaps a reflection of a hollow victory and of the trials yet to come. And she's still not as cool as the Overmind. And apparently, she's completely dependent on one Cerebrit to do fucking everything. Fighting off the combined armies in the entire cosmos. Brood War Game Design, Blizzard Entertainment. For all the complaints about releasing Brood War, or StarCraft 2 rather, as 3 different games, like expansions, and milking it for every dollar it's worth, hey, I don't think they're as bad with this series as they are with freaking Diablo 3, which not only sucks, but features a real money in-game, what are they called? Auction. You spend real money to get Diablo items. Yeah. Says the guy drops all this money on freaking HD capture cards and bought some piece of technology that's supposed to split the old... I don't even know what it's actually the real name for it, but those cords that used to come out of the back of your PS2 and your N64 with 3 plugs, red, 3 prongs, white, red, and yellow, and it's basically 2 video and 1 sound, or maybe it's 2 sound and 1 video. I got something that's supposed to upgrade that to HDMI so I could try to play Allied General for the PS1 since freaking computer version doesn't work, blah blah, dropping all this money on all this crap, and here I am complaining about Blizzard. The point that I was trying to get to was that I personally spent enough time playing StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War over the years, even though probably over the years I brought the whole treasure chest at least 3 times. You know, just years would pass and you'd lose the discs. Probably over the course of this game came out when? God damn, it was like was this in the 2000s or in the late 90s? At any rate, been out for a long time. Probably, like I said, brought at least twice, maybe 3 times actually paid for this game. But wow, I got so many hours of entertainment out of this. I mean, compare this to something like, say, buying any EA Sports game. I guess the guys who really love those games get their money's worth out of them, but yeah. And I know certain people, including LPers, who at one point were watching this series, have, people have gotten really made firm moral stands. I refuse to have anything to do with StarCraft 2. They lost my interest. They had me as a customer and a believer, but they lost me. And I'm like, to each their own. But I thought this game, StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War, were just really, for me, the pinnacle of these first-time real-time strategy games. So much fun. With people or against the computer. StarCraft 2 improves a lot of little things. I'll probably give it a shot. I will say this, though. In StarCraft 2, I have come across nothing that would, stack up challenge-wise to the Zerg campaign in Brood War. So the fact that I was able to actually handle that this time, it suggests I've just gotten probably... I give you guys credit. Some of your comments that you made, suggestions you made, helped. Probably somebody told me, somebody kind of condescending about it, but they said the most basic thing in StarCraft is that you're just not building enough workers. And, significantly increasing how many workers I usually keep in my base during those last few missions made a pretty damn good positive difference. Don't know how long these credits go on for, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to just keep coming up with stuff to say. But yeah, thanks to everybody who watched. Thanks to everybody who commented. If I go ahead and go on with StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, that'll be that's an LP that I wouldn't mind doing. I probably want to give StarCraft a little break. Maybe pick up another strategy type game to play through. I mentioned I've been trying to get Allied General to work. I've been running into technical issues. Been trying to get Allied General to work for probably over a year at this point. So, Yeah, you know what? Probably over a year now. I've on and off occasionally made an effort to get an Allied General LP going, and it just doesn't want to happen. And the PlayStation port really isn't very good anyway, but it's the only one I've got any shot at getting to work. But I'll come back to Starcraft, probably. I mean, I probably wouldn't take a lot of encouragement to make it happen, let's put it that way. I might want to play, I have to decide, you know what I have to decide. Do I want to play Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty? Do I want to LP that, and then LP the Heart of the Swarm expansion, and have that be like my first ever playthrough? Do I want to do that, or do I want to play through Heart of the Swarm off camera? I'd probably enjoy it more if I got a chance to play it off camera once. It also means that I wouldn't have to worry about people spoiling the story for me. People aren't too bad about doing that on my channel. Probably I just don't have enough viewers overall for there to be such a high number that some subset of them are going to be jerks who go around spoiling the story for you. But yes, I'm just killing time while we wait for these credits to be over. I do believe in showing you the credits. I have a pet peeve as somebody who at one point was involved in the creative arts, and I guess I still am if you consider LPing to be a creative activity. I mean, you're producing entertainment for others, I suppose, and it's kind of borderline whether it counts as a creative endeavor. But yeah, it bothers me anytime you see a movie on TV and the credits start rolling at super speed and then are squeezed off to the corner so that they can advertise. And I really don't like that. I do not care for that at all. So we'll let these play. And they don't do the Warcraft thing of having like ludicrous, goofy-ass rock music playing. They do that in Starcraft 2, Terran Up the Night, the theme song of the Terrans that plays. And of course the Terran game is full of... They had the money to do that this time. They did not have this kind of cash back when they made this game. It also would have taken up... Oh, Vastfire's database has been updated. Thank you. I don't know if that's audible or not. They didn't have the money for this, or possibly it would just take up much more disk space and be more difficult to do, but StarCraft and Brood War did not feature a ton of different music tracks, but StarCraft Wings of Liberty features a couple of bands. Big Tuna, the only name I can remember. You know, sort of country/southern rock bands doing covers of country/southern rock hits. You know, including some pretty famous songs like, you know, Freebird or whatever. So it's like Blizzard had gotten to the point where they're willing to pony up the cash for these songs, the rights to these songs, but not to pony up the cash for the actual real renditions. Like, does anyone really want to hear Big Tuna play Freebird? I'm sure they can do a decent job with Freebird, but, you know, that's... When you think of Freebird, you really want to hear the original, you know, whatever. Special thanks to Ray the Soda Guy and the Funyuns, or Funyuns. Alan Adham. You got a very special thanks. Credits for original StarCraft? What? A separate set of credits? Okay. That was like scaring me to think there was going to be a ton more stuff, but there wasn't. So yeah. Could I even, if I wanted to, go in and do... No, I don't want a new character. That was a mistake. And you'll notice that, yeah, this is complete now. Good for us. The bonus mission isn't in there. The only way that you can keep doing that is to, well, I mean, you could do the cheat code. I think it's There Is No Cow Level. I think it's the cheat code for instant win. You can do that on that mission. That would normally unlock it. But it doesn't actually come up with something you choose. Let's play a custom... web maps. I was just curious. Do I have the... there's a downloadable special... Old Ladder Campaign. Oh, here it is. I actually do have this thing. Enslavers. Alan Shazar and his band of smugglers are out of control. Find them and see what they're up to. Use of deadly forces authorized. And you can. He has found a way to control the Zerg Kerrigan, but you must kill him. But the Protoss have something else in mind. Protoss call upon your assistance, this time with their homeworld of ire, or his madness is spread. He's fled to a secret fortress. It's judgment time, but the Protoss are in the way. The final showdown with blah, blah, blah. So it's like an ongoing thing. You, depending on the choices you make at the end of one, you're either fighting with the Protoss as your allies, or against, or they are a force that is also against you, and it goes on. But you'll see it's not voice acted. Huh? What? Oh, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. You have to do use map settings. You can't do it melee. You have to use map settings. Commander, an important matter has come to my attention. The infamous pirate, Alan Shazar, has turned up again. It looks like he's plotting some new smuggling scam. It's my wish for you to move in and find out what he's up to. His personal militia is as crafty as he is, so stay on your toes. I'll continue to move my lips for long after this mission's over. Oh, and by the way, intelligence has reported some scattered Zerg sightings in the area. If you encounter them, you may retaliate with whatever force you deem fit. And so on. Then you start this campaign and stuff, and yeah. But I'm not going to do that, folks. I think I'm Brood Ward out. So, beat Omega. Still pretty happy with myself. Ah, Super Pro! And being Super Pro, I'm going to go heat up some leftovers and watch some DVR television. This is Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. And stay tuned for future LP fun. Bye-bye, folks.